With the new Animal Crossing update, they've added Dream Island, and I want to see if I can complete a small dream island in 1 hour. I am a very slow builder. It has taken me 900 hours and my current island is still not finished. But I want to see if I can pick a random theme and finish an island in 1 hour. First things first, we need a theme. I found this randomizer with different island themes. Some of these I have literally never heard of, and I hope that we get something good. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's try. Fingers crossed. We got Autumn Core. Okay. I love autumn. I might have to change the time of year on my Switch because right now it's winter. Okay, I have changed the time of year in Animal Crossing to autumn. This is actually the perfect theme because my island is called Autumn Bay. Autumn is also just my favourite time of year, so that's very exciting. But I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do, but we'll soon find out. So let's see what we're working with. I'm not sure how well this is going to go. An hour is not very long, actually. So maybe I won't be able to finish it, but I'm going to try my very best and fingers crossed we can do it. It's only small. It's only small. So let's pick our layout. We should have 3 different options. I'm hoping that we get a river because I would like a little river going through. We're gonna have to try and speedrun this so much. Okay, what options do we have? Okay, I'm feeling maybe this one. I just want less beach. So I think we'll do this one. Okay, we're here. Let's have a quick run around, see what we're working with, and go from there. I'm not going to touch anything. We're just going to have a little tour. So we've got the entrance, the house. There is quite a bit of beach, which isn't my favourite. We've got a little river going through. So this is the kind of size we're working with. It's still pretty big. There's a little section over there, so it's about the size of the Mystery Islands, but we'll see what we can do. So I think I'm going to start getting into building, and fingers are crossed. So I thought it would be better to do a voiceover for this section because you don't want to sit and watch me build for an hour. I also forgot to record the first few minutes of this. Silly me, just didn't press the record button, but I basically just deleted all of the trees that were on the island, then started terraforming this big cliff. I was really struggling with the controls because I've not played Animal Crossing in a while, so every time I was trying to do something I was opening the wrong menu, but it's fine, it's fine. So I didn't want to do a whole lot of terraforming because that would have took forever. So I just wanted to work on this little cliff that was already here and just clean it up a little bit and make it the shape that I wanted. It was a bit awkward at the back because there was just a weird empty space, so I just expanded that out and then curved the front part of it because it was kind of blocking the entranceway. So that's pretty much all the terraforming that I did. Of course, it would have been nice to have more cliffs and more areas, but we had very limited time, so I could not do that. The first thing that I wanted to do was work on the entrance. That seemed like the most obvious thing to do first. With an autumn vibe, I wanted to do like wooden planks and a little entranceway going up to a river where there was a bridge. So there was more terraforming to be done because the cliff was in the way of where the bridge would go. So I had to fix that and then sort out the little river as well, which was pretty easy. Again, it would have been nice to do more terraforming, but sadly, that's not possible. That's really not possible. There was just not enough time. Here I was trying to find the kids' tent. Couldn't remember what it was called. Knew I wanted it on the beach. Had no idea where it was in the catalogue and went past it a few times. I find it later on. Yeah, definitely find it later on, but this is just me struggling trying to find one specific item. This happened a lot. There was a lot of things where I was like, I know that I want this, but I have no idea where it is in the catalogue or what the exact name of the item is to find it. But it's okay. We figure it out. It's not a big deal. So I put some of the pergolas there because I thought that would be a good little entrance way. We could have a little bit to walk through, and then of course the mush furniture is perfect for autumn. So I tried to incorporate a lot of them. Again, they were a little bit tricky to find all of the different items, so I probably could have added some more in, but it's okay. I think the ones that I did find worked really well. And again, more terraforming. Just that there wasn't the right amount of space. This cliff was like really awkward, and I do wish I could have just knocked the whole thing down and built my own. But we're working with what we've got. I think at this point I was also panicking a little bit because it had already been like nearly 20 minutes. And I felt like I had done absolutely nothing, which looking at this, yeah, I really hadn't done anything. I feel like the beginning parts of this recording are just me really panicking, and then at the end it comes together somehow. Who knows, maybe it was the stress and the pressure of actually needing to finish this that made me just speed run. So I needed a bridge to get across the water, so I got one of them from him. The dialogue is so clunky to get all of the bridges and stuff. I wish they kind of just put them in the menu. That would have made it a lot easier rather than going back and forward trying to get different items and running through all of that. And it's fine. We made it work. I found this little mush parasol. Again, I should have used more of them. I really should have used more. And yeah, at this point I didn't really know where I was going with this, so I was like, I just need to get some paths down to get a rough layout and see what like areas we're working with, what we can put where. A few ideas I knew I wanted were an apple orchard and some sort of like farm area. That was all that I kind of knew, so I was just mapping out where they would go. Here's me doing some fencing, just trying to fill up some of the spaces. The fencing looked a bit weird and I couldn't be bothered to waterscape, so we try again. It's fine. But yeah, I think that this challenge was really good to just like get some ideas out, have some limitations, figure it out along the way. It worked well. So we are trying to put down stairs, I think, and failing massively. But that's okay. We get there in the end. We get there. It's too close to the bridge. It's really too close to the bridge, and it took me a while to figure that out. But we did it. It's great. And once we got those stairs placed, I started working on putting the apple trees down. So this area is quite small, but apples feel very autumny to me. I'm not sure why, but they do. So that was what I went with. I didn't want to do a full like orchard with all of the different types of trees. There would just not be enough space for that, and I just think it would look a little bit chaotic. So we went for something a little more simple. Here's me like scoping out. Oh, I found the tent, so we're putting them down before I lose them again. Honestly, every time I was scrolling through that catalogue, I was finding like a new thing that I wanted to use or a new thing that I thought that would be great, so I just kept running around trying to figure out where it was going. With the Dream Islands, you can't put things in your inventory. It works more like Happy Home Paradise, where you just spawn things in and you can push them around. You can't pick them back up, so you need to be in the area where the item's going to go, otherwise if you pick it up it just disappears. So that took some getting used to, especially when I'm working with such a big catalogue of items. I put another set of stairs here because you couldn't really get around where the entrance is over this section, so I was like, yeah, we'll put another little staircase. Then we had this awkward cliff, put some paths down, and then realised it was a little bit too small because I didn't have much space. So I put all the pathing down, and then I think I go on to extend it a little bit because I didn't like how close the edge it was. Yeah, I did not like that the edge of the path was just right at the edge of a cliff. So we make that a little bit bigger. At this point I've only got 20 minutes left, and again was probably panicking because that's not a whole lot of time, and there's a lot more to do. So, you know, I think I managed to do really well considering we've got 20 minutes left, and I do manage to do quite a lot in this last 20 minutes, which is really surprising to me. I don't know how I did that. You'll see. So this is me putting down more paths to map out some areas, putting some trees down to fill in some space, and this is a little farm area. So I'm putting down some soil to be where the crops go, and we went for pumpkins on this section and more pumpkins on the other section. I probably should have done a different colour, but I wasn't thinking. And then I went for some wheat in the middle. Yeah, you can tell I'm panicking because I'm just throwing things everywhere. And then I knew I wanted this to be a farm, so I'd already found these items, and I was looking for the, like, it looks like a stable, but it's just a item, like, I can't explain what it is, but I was looking for that and couldn't find it, but I found the wheat field, so I was like, I'm just going to throw them everywhere while I can't find this item, otherwise we're never going to finish. We found butter churns, we found a few more things, the tiny library, because that's perfect for autumn vibes, and yeah, I couldn't find it right now, so I went onto a different section and just hoped I would find it later. I had moved my house to the beach to get it out of the way, so I put that up here. Probably not the best spot for it, only place it could go, hadn't really thought about it. So here it is. We tried to build like a little garden, limited success, threw down some plants and called it a day because I had no clue and only had 10 minutes left, which was scary. That's not enough time to do anything. Oh, I managed to find it. It's a storefront. This thing. It's like a window, little barn thing. Wanted that there. Managed to find it, threw them in. Put some more fences down. Again, 9 minutes left. I was clearly panicking. I'm just running around being like, what do I need to do? There's so much empty space and I've not filled it. Put down some bushes in this little area. And I filled this area with just flowers, make a little flower field. I had barely used flowers. They're in this little menu and I had barely even looked at it, so I was like, right, I'll just throw some of them down for now. This beach was empty. I was like, I'll throw a gazebo down. 6 minutes left. What can we do on the beach? Realised I couldn't put designs on the beach because I had no custom designs. Very annoying. And then just thought, right, we're just going to throw some tables. We've got 5 minutes. We need to just finish it as much as possible. So here's me throwing down some tables, trying to find some chairs and panicking a lot. Really struggling to put all the chairs down because I kept sitting on them, but it's fine. Everything's okay. And then I was like, I didn't really want to do like the deck chairs, but it was the only thing that I could think of. So I was like, right, we'll put them down. It doesn't really match the autumn vibe, but that's okay. We can pretend like it does. Or maybe it's just left over from summer. Who knows? And then again, I found these little mushroom stools. I was like, they're perfect. I should have been using them all the time. So I go around and throw them down in some random spots that could have used mushrooms, clearly. And then finish off this little flower section with the last like minute of time that I had left. I don't know how I managed to pull this together, honestly. We've went from having absolutely nothing to now having pretty much a finished island apart from the beaches. I don't know how I did that. That is time up. In 1 hour, I have managed to finish most of the island. Most of it. There's pretty much the beaches are the only sections that were a little bit hard for me to get around to. Let's have a little bit of a tour. This is the little entrance. I try to keep it like more natural. We've got some of the mushroom items, a lot of trees, and the pergolas. So you just walk straight through here. There's a little bridge over that side, but we'll go around this way. where there is a little mini farm. Of course we don't have the most space, so I've just put some little pumpkins and some wheat because that's very fitting with the autumn vibes. And then this little farm section. It's very, very cute. I'm pretty happy with how it's turned out. This part of the beach was one of the last parts that I did, so I just threw down some little dining tables, but it's fine. And then we've also got this little bit. Again, had no idea what to do on the beaches, so I just threw these down just to fill up the space and make it look a little bit more finished. If we go back this way and over the bridge, this is a little apple orchard, and we've got a few little items in there, like the little wheelbarrow, lots of leaf piles, and a lawnmower. I probably would have liked some more filler items in this, maybe like a little bucket or a little ladder, but I didn't manage to fill it out. I didn't know what to do here, so we have a gazebo. It's fine. There's something on it. That means it's finished, right? That's how that works. And then up here we've got my house. I didn't change the outside of the house, and I also didn't decorate inside. There was no chance that I could do that. I put some random plants here, again just to fill up the space, and then a little clay furnace, which I really like. I think it fits the vibe. This section is just more like flowers to fill up here because I didn't really use that many flowers. And then we have a little camping area. I think this looks really cute. Again, probably could do with a few more like filler items, but we had limited time, so there's not a lot that I could do. Up here, there's nothing. There's nothing up here, just a beach. But I think we managed to do a really good job of filling pretty much everything. It turned out really well. I think it just all has came together perfectly. And in 1 hour, I am pretty impressed that I managed to do this much. I did have a little bit of trouble with navigating things. Trying to find things in the catalogue was a little bit of a pain, but I figured it out. And also, I didn't realise that I would not have any of my custom designs. They're not here. So I couldn't use any custom designs anywhere because obviously I can't design something that quickly. So that was a little bit of a struggle, and I also can't see anywhere where I can download custom designs here. So I think you just can't use them, which is probably a bit of an oversight because everyone loves custom designs. So this is everything that we managed to do. I am so happy with how it turned out and really excited for this new feature in the game. So that was the 1 hour Dream Island challenge on a small island. I think the medium one would have been a bit too difficult and the large one out of the question for only an hour. It turned out really well. It was nice to use some of the new features and try everything out, and we got a pretty much finished island. Yeah, I could have added some little extra details, but overall it's finished. It's an island. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, consider liking down below, and if you want to see future videos, consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.